Some walls are made of concrete. My parents helped tear one down in Leipzig, 1989. The Montagsdemonstrationen, maybe you remember, marching in the dark towards something they could not yet name. They were not watching history on television, they were making it. Then they packed everything into a car with a map they had never needed before and drove west. No job, no plan, just the belief that what was on the other side had to be better than what was behind them. So I grew up watching people who refused to be invisible, who became loud, who became visible. And somehow I still spent 20 years in hiding. Hiding in corporate jobs I left because I could not play politics. Building things on the side constantly I did not put my name on. And sitting in meetings with the right answer and the right idea, and yet not saying a thing, and yet not putting my hand up when it came to presenting when it really mattered. I know what it costs to be invisible, and I know what it takes to finally step forward and make it happen and overcome everything that's holding you back. This is Mama What's Next, the podcast for women building holistic businesses, somatic practices who are brilliant at what they do and done being the best kept secret in their industry. In every episode, we sit down with a woman who is building her business, her practice, and we do it honestly, unscripted, imperfectly, and on her own terms. Because being visible online should never mean becoming someone you are not. So I'm your host, Mel Elsbeth, a girl from East Germany who learned that the wall outside falls faster than the wall inside. And that the bravest thing you can do is put your name on what you actually built. So welcome to Mama What's Next. I am really happy you are here. Before we get to today's episode, I quickly want to tell you about the Sunday Shift. It's my weekly newsletter for women over 40 who are done being invisible and ready to be found online without all the camera performance, without becoming a content creator. Every Sunday, you get one woman's story who made it work and what you can take from her, one framework you can steal for your own story and positioning, and one question that gets you one step closer to the right people saying yes to what you offer. It lands in your inbox on Sunday. Go to mamawhatsnext/subscribe. You can find the link in the show notes. It's called The Sunday Shift and it is free. Now, today's episode, I want to talk about Anna. Anna is a holistic business coach. She left corporate in 2013 and she did not have a plan at the time. She took a sabbatical, leaving corporate, traveled through South America, discovered coaching, lived what she herself calls her hippie phase. She was not earning much money back then. She was single, no mortgage, no one depending on her. And when I asked her about that time, she said something that has stayed with me. She said that was the luxury, I suppose, of being very slow to come around to what actually it looked like. Most of us think we need to have it all figured out before we make a move. The business plan, the client pipeline, the financial runway, all of it mapped out perfectly before we take a single step. But Anna wandered for years. She tried digital marketing consulting first because that is what she had done in corporate. So she thought that was an easy one, an easy career transition, going from marketing to doing marketing independently. Then she discovered coaching. She traveled, she experimented, she earned very little for a while. actually. 12 years later, she now had a healthy 6-figure business working 20 hours a week, term time only. The wandering took her exactly where she needed to go. 12 years. When women leave corporate or make a career transition, a career reinvention, there is almost always, a long stretch of figuring it out, of testing, learning what you actually want now that you get to choose. It takes longer than you think. It looks much, much messier than you would ever post about. Women who have come through it say the same thing. They wish someone had told them that the messy middle part was all part of it. It was all part of the journey, that trying different modalities, testing different niches, not quite knowing what the next thing is yet. That is what the process really looks like from the inside. I'm doing it myself right now with my portfolio career. When I left my last job, 9 to 5, I thought I wanted a solo business. Then I realized I felt lonely. I needed a team quicker than I could grow one. I also missed brand work. So now I am working simultaneously as part of a global agency supporting EMEA marketing for a premium tech brand, while also running in-person group workshops for job applicants, helping them market themselves on video, while also building a direct-to-consumer offer. And I honestly have to say, I have never been happier. What I needed looked nothing like what I had planned. So here is the framework I want to give you today, because most advice about leaving corporate or starting a service-based business, starting a holistic or somatic practice, makes it sound like a 6-month journey. And maybe this is what the marketing bros tell you still today. So be careful who you listen to. Month 1 and 2, get clear on your niche. Month 3 and 4, build your website and offers. Month 5 and 6, get your clients first. Get your first clients. That, my lovely friends, is fiction. Because I tried it, and many other women tried it too. Here is what it actually looks like for women, for mothers building a sustainable, healthy business that is aligned to what you really want, that is aligned to your goals, that works for you, where you work with clients that you really want to work with, where you work timeframes that you're really happy with, where you can still have time and support your family and be present with your children. So here's what it looks like in reality based on Anna's journey and what I see with women building coaching and service-based businesses every day. Phase 1 is the exploration. This is anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, trying different things to see what fits, getting certifications or training, working with beta clients, often for low fees or free, still figuring out who you want to serve and how. Your income is probably inconsistent, possibly very low. So make sure you are stable during this phase 1. I always recommend running a portfolio career where you possibly have a part-time job during this time, or you are freelancing, contracting, because there's nothing worse than having financial issues and struggling with your money mindset during a phase where you really want to build the business that is close to your heart, that you're being called to build. There's nothing worse. So make sure that you feel stable and well supported during this phase. Phase 2 is the focusing. This takes another 1 to 2 years, getting clearer on the ideal client, refining your approach and your methodology. So if you are building a holistic or somatic practice, you are refining your modalities and the way you want to work with your clients. If you're building a coaching business, service-based business, you are refining who you really want to work with and what is working and what's not working for you. Sometimes we try different things and we realize, oh, this isn't the kind of person I want to serve. Or this isn't the kind of way I want to work with people. It's not a one-on-one. Maybe it's a small group. Maybe it's a in-person workshop. So you try different things and you get much closer to what actually makes you happy and what gets results for your clients. Building a network and visibility more intentionally, and your income slowly increasing, but still inconsistent. And then we come to phase 3, which is the building phase. This is 2 to 5 years in. You start to have your regular clients and regular income is starting to appear. Your positioning is now established and your reputation is building. Referrals are starting to come in regularly, the business model being shaped around your actual life, and it starts to work for you. So Anna's timeline looked like this. 2013, she left corporate. 2013 to 2015, she had her hippie phase, the exploration. 2015 to 2018, she started to get focused, build credibility. Now she knows what she's doing, why she's doing it, and things are working. 12 years to get where she is, not 6 months, 12 years. And she will tell you it was worth every single wandering step. Now, if you are at the point where you're ready to stop wandering and start getting visible, and you want someone in your corner helping you articulate what you do, because especially women working in somatic businesses, in wellness, health-oriented businesses struggle to explain what they do because they're so good in person. They're so good with the kind of work that they do, but how do you articulate that to the people that need to find you? So it's about helping you articulate what you do, position your story, and get found by the right people. That is exactly what I do in my one-to-one work. So I support women going through a career transition, especially women building somatic and holistic businesses, to put language to their expertise in a way that creates visibility and trust without requiring them to become a constant content creator. It's actually done for you. There's no homework involved. If that is you, the link to work with me is in the show notes. So here's your question for this week. What phase are you actually in? Exploration, focusing, or building? And what does that phase actually require from you right now instead of rushing to the next one? So sit with that for a little while. Write it down if you can. I'm really happy that you joined me today. I'm wishing you a fantastic week, and I will see you next Sunday in the Sunday Shift. Goodbye.